Hey everyone, my name's Adam Archer, and today we're going to be taking a look at my fire building kit. So this is a survival kit solely for building and maintaining a campfire or other types of fires. If you're wanting to see a survival kit that's built for all-in-purpose, so food gathering, water, shelter, all of that, I actually have another video. I'll put the link in the description below to show that kit. I do normally like to use soft cases, but since this is a fire building kit, I thought I should build it around the Pelican 1050. This is one of their micro series cases, but it is waterproof. So I think you can have this submerged into a meter of water for 30 minutes and it will not leak. It does have some attachment points, and a carabiner point here as well, in case you are wanting to have this on like a kayak or canoe. I believe, I think the case would normally float, but probably not with how heavy this is in here. But it will keep it from getting wet. So let's open this up. One of the things I normally go with soft cases because they tend to not rattle, but I have been able to build this in a way that it doesn't rattle around, so I'm happy about that. So it does use a latch here, so let's open this up and I'll show you what I have in my survival kit. As always, if you have some recommendations, please put them in the description below, as that has helped me improve my kits over the years. So the first thing on the top is a Essie Azula. I did want some type of pocket knife or some type of fixed blade for wood processing. So the Essie Azula is pretty good, uses 1095 high carbon steel, and it is about the largest knife that you could fit in here without going to maybe a folder. But I did want a fixed blade. For the saw, you really don't have too many options. I was really wanting to have the Silky. This is the Pocket Boy. You do get a fantastic saw in a small size. I know a company called Outdoor Edge also makes a saw that would be able to fit in this kit, but I don't own it, so I can't have it in this video. But I believe their saw is much thinner, so that may make it so you can fit something else in here as well. I have a piece of fat wood, as well as a carpenter's pencil sharpener, so in case I want to make some really fine fat wood shavings, or if I just have some sticks that I find, I can make some really small shavings with that. So that's one of the reasons why I don't have a lot of tinders in here. So I have a lot of ways to get a spark, but not that would catch that spark. I live in Kentucky, so there's a lot of natural tinders that I can use. So next would be some stormproof matches. I think this is about 10 or so in here, and then I have the striker in there as well. I removed them from the hard case because that hard case was just so large. I thought this would be good enough, just having it wrapped in some like saran wrap or plastic or whatever. Next, I have some magnesium shavings. So I had bought like a bag of magnesium shavings and somewhat powdery. So just put that in a little tube that burns white hot, so very nice there. We have a forever match. So with this, you fill it up with alcohol, has a little ferrocerium rod right there, and a little striker on there. What you would do is strike it on the side, and you have basically just a little permanent match where you can get that in a lot of spaces. Acts just like a match. I don't have it filled with gas currently, but I do like that for starting fires. Next would be a pocket bellow. So these are extremely useful. Basically, it is a giant or a very long tube. You blow in one side, and this side you keep directly in the fire. It makes it so that you're not getting your face in those flames. You're not getting your eyes filled with smoke. Makes starting fires much easier. And with that concentrated area, if you've had a fire the last night, you can actually sometimes restart your fire just with this by blowing exactly where you need to. Next is a thing that a lot of people will think that it's just a gimmick. It really is. It's a fire piston. So the idea behind this is you put a little piece of char cloth in there, and then you smash down on this extremely quickly. The air gets compressed with which heats up to extremely hot, and it will actually start an ember on that piece of char cloth. This is the New Myth Vulcan fire starter, or fire piston. I really like it, and it also, since a lot of these things I'll be out with other people, that's a really cool way that maybe people have not seen as a fire starter before. In the cap here, I store some char cloth, as you can see there. So, the one thing that I probably should include in this kit as well is some grease in order to make that so it's as smooth as possible. Next, we have the SE Fire Striker slash bow drill divot. So this is made out of high carbon, I think 1095 high carbon steel. So if you have a piece of flint, you can strike the side of this against it to get sparks, as well as if you're wanting to make a bow drill to start like a friction fire, that's what the very center here is for as well. The downside of this thing I've heard is that that does heat up considerably, so I probably will want to get some grease to be able to throw in that little spot as well. I do have a piece of flint in here, or quartz, as you can see right there. I did add the UST, oh goodness, this isn't the blast match, it's like a smaller version of it, but I wanted something that I could produce sparks with one hand, and this is completely able to be used one-handed. So in case one arm or hand got injured, I can still use this. So that's pretty nice. For the fire steel, I really like the Light My Fire Army size. So that is a little bit or considerably larger, but it's just a fantastic fire steel. I've used a lot of different ones, but that tends to be my favorite. And as a striker, I don't use the one that comes with Light My Fire. I actually use this Corona Carbide Sharpener. So it is a little piece of carbide on there that has 90-degree angles, and just it chews through these Light My Fire fire steels, but you can actually be standing up, throwing sparks, hitting the ground, and they'll stay lit for a couple seconds. So that kind of shows just how strong these things are together. So very easy to start a fire with those two. That's really my go-to method. In case you're wondering, this is one that I just grabbed to throw in the kit. I do have a few others that are actually used, because I know somebody would point that out. This is something that I thought I'd throw in the kit. This is a Magnesium Circular Bar, and the UST, this is another flint and steel right there. So this is something that I could probably throw almost wearing as a necklace. Just a small little combination kit. I thought it could fit in here pretty easily, so I threw it in. Nothing much to that. Next we have the Ultimate Fire Starter, which is a Bic lighter. Really, that should be able to start all your fires. It will be your most relied upon method above really any of this. I mean, sure, it's easy to start a fire with Light My Fire steel, but a Bic lighter, it's a Bic lighter. So there you go. I have some Zippo Flints, and that is for just a striking wheel. As you can see here, if you spin that, it will produce sparks, and I just have some extra flints for that in case I'm wanting to use that method. It's just another backup since this is a fire kit. I have an Altoids tin small, both to store a few different flammable materials such as the Zippo wax sticks. I have some Esbit things because I was actually keeping this in my main survival kit, as well as I have some char cloth. Once I run out of all this, I can use this container to make more char cloth. So there you go. Next I have the Esbit solid fuel tablets. I think this thing is actually full except for a few missing. And this is in case I can't start a fire another method. I can still have a fire with these. I don't know how long these last, or how long they stay burning. Let's see. I think 2 of them 5 minutes per 4 grams. And these are 4 grams each. So let's say 20 times 5. That's 100 minutes worth of fuel right in there. And I think this is the last thing in my kit, and it is a miniature stove. This is the Firebox, I believe the Mini, and it is a wood stove, as you can see right there. So you can stick sticks in through the sides. You have the fire on there. It is off the ground in case it is wet out. You can put your pots, pans on top, and if you are wanting to use the solid fuel tablets, it does have a way for you to do that. So you stick these little bars through here, one through here. And in case you're wanting to use the solid fuel tablets, you have this plate that you can throw in just like that, and the tablet goes right there. So let's say this with a little fuel tablet, you throw it here, and then your plate or skillet or whatever goes right on top. Also has this little piece of metal, and this is in case you have a pan with a handle so that it doesn't burn the handle on you. So just like that. And that is my fire survival kit, or my fire building kit. Let me know what you think that I should add, what I should take away. This was just kind of a quick exercise of a kit building. I haven't put hours and hours into this as I have on some of my other kits, so it will be interesting to see what your comments are, and if you would recommend other things. The biggest change that I could really see in this kit is maybe replacing the saw and going with maybe something smaller so I could fit some other things in here, maybe some more tenders. But so far I'm pretty happy with the kit. Normally I'll start fires with just the sharpener and the light my fire steel, and maybe some char cloth. That's normally my go-to, and then if I just want to start a quick fire, it will be the Bic lighter. But I actually always do use this, the Pocket Bellow. So there you go. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed, and have a fantastic day.